Hey everyone, welcome to the horror movie adventure. Little Fish is being pushed into the OR for stage 2, twice as painful as the first bone marrow extraction. The bone marrow injection works, but the meds can't reach his brain. So they fix Little Fish's head and drilled a hole. It's like saving the world. After the injection, Little Fish finally wakes up and hears mysterious sounds from the bathroom. Feels like he's on an adventure. Cautiously sneaking in, he finds a weird shadow behind the bathroom that could turn into a ghost any moment. When he pulls back the curtain, the shadow vanishes. The faucet suddenly turns on, and as he turns to shut it off, his nose bleeds like a fountain. The lights flicker out, and he forces himself to stay calm, like he's in a life or death speed game. Just as he turns around, another eerie shadow appears. Panicking, Little Fish hides in the closet, imagining he's an invisible ninja. He screams like crazy to wake up his parents, and after what feels like ages, it finally goes silent. What a tense shouting match. Gathering courage, Little Fish steps out to see Mom is lies all over the door like reading a psychological thriller. Just then, his parents and the doctor arrive, but unsurprisingly, they insist that Little Fish is just dreaming. They think the scratches on the door were made by Little Fish himself. The boy is utterly crushed inside, feeling like the whole world doesn't believe him. Angry, Little Fish retreats to his room till night, when Xiali finds him zombie-like from insomnia. He tells the girl he feels there are others in the house, but his parents don't believe him. What a disappointing ghost hunting. Xiali reveals the secret. The previous kids said the same, but after treatments, they just disappeared, like someone whisked them away. Little Fish finally grasps at a lifeline. It seems what he saw wasn't an illusion, but real human beings. After hearing Xiali's words, Little Fish decides he must escape this bizarre place, but just as he steps into the hallway, he's caught by an invisible force. No matter how hard he struggles, it feels like he's bound by an unseen hand. He sprints into the hole with all his might, but is still pulled out, feeling utterly hopeless. At that moment, Little Fish sees 3 kids standing above through the floor. Unbelievable. But they don't seem to want to hurt him. Rather, they are offering help. What unexpected assistance. The kids turn and run back into the house, leaving Little Fish standing alone at the door like a little lamb abandoned. As the door slowly shuts, Little Fish is about to be exposed. Just then, Dr. Han arrives like a superhero and pulls him back inside. He immediately injects him with an antihistamine, finally stabilizing Little Fish's condition. It's all turned into a drug battle. But Little Fish stands firm, believing his parents have straightforwardly deceived him, thinking, I won't fall for it. Dr. Han isn't the good guy either. When faced with his mom's comfort, Little Fish loses it, smashing the window and promptly fainting. The next day, Mom sees Dr. Han engaged in hush-hush talks with Dad, who reveals that Little Fish's condition is worse than they thought. They must proceed to stage 3 soon. Mom, desperate, gives Little Fish sleeping pills like a psychological game. Little did they know, he hides the pills under his tongue and successfully fools Mom. What a little sly one. Dr. Han burns his scrubs to stop Little Fish escaping, ruthless. The couple starts to grow a rift over Little Fish treatment. It's truly an emotional test. That night, Little Fish sits quietly in his room, only to suddenly hear the sound of glass shattering. What a tense suspense moment. Realizing it's Xiali, he rushes down, sharing all he's experienced, as if they're teaming up to combat evil. He mentions 3 other kids in the house who seem to want to help him escape, and also brings up the mysterious number 317. Xiali gasps, could this be the password for some door? This instantly sparks an idea in Little Fish's mind. In the middle of the night, he sneaks into the operating room, opens the door with the key like a treasure hunt. Little Fish finds files of previous kids in the safe, and the content weighs him down. It's like uncovering a sinister truth. Dad informs Mom that Dr. Han tells them Little Fish could die at any moment during treatment. How terrifying. Mom can't bear it any longer. She's been trying to give her son a normal life, yet now he has to risk death. Seeing his wife's intense reaction, Dad finally erupts. It's the climax of their family drama. It's hard to accept. If you hadn't been nagging about wanting a child back then, how could this have happened? The ending here will clarify everything, and Little Fish finally understands the whole situation. He charges into his mom's room with determination. He wants to tell Mom that Dr. Han isn't a good person, and he just wants to leave with his parents, but no matter how hard he looks, he can't find Mom. Meanwhile, Mom is packing her bags to take Little Fish home. What a tragic moment. Back in his room, he's distracted by a long-legged mosquito that seems to want to take him somewhere. It's full of suspense and foreshadowing. But then Dad knocks it out with a punch, and Little Fish thinks, did I just see a fairy? Little Fish spills everything to Dad, but he's utterly disinterested and starts gossiping about irrelevant stuff. Talk about feeling helpless. Little Fish wants to escape, but it's too late. Dad is dragging him toward the operating room, feeling like a captured criminal. But just then, their car outside explodes, completely cutting off their escape route. What a dramatic twist. Seizing the opportunity, Little Fish bites the nurse's arm and rushes into the room trying to find evidence to clear his name, but those documents have vanished. What a heart-wrenching loss. Little Fish can only wait helplessly, thinking, these people really make my life miserable. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content coming your way.